Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. Did you enjoy your Christmas? If you did, you can tell us in the comment section, and please do bring your Christmas confessions through TikTok or Facebook at Brother Nashim. There is one of our brother, we're saying that he has a very big confession. If you are listening, dear brother, since you sent me a message on TikTok and it seems as if you want to send that message on WhatsApp, you can use our Facebook page. I'll also send you the link on your DM. So there is a message that I received from one of our dear listener that I'm going to be sharing with you, but it comes from a translation of a message that I received. And the message, it reads like this: "Hello, Brother Nanshi, how are you? Can you please post my story as hidden identity? Kim. All that matters is that I am alive, I am safe, but I am currently hiding in a small lodge in Mashingo, laughing at myself, laughing with my mom, as if I am a mad woman. Whenever I think about it, I will start to laugh at myself and I will be like, where was I going to? Because this guy, he wanted to take me to Capetown, but I ran away from him. It is just that I can't tell you the name of that lodge because maybe people will think that this is a marketing gimmick. I'll be marketing the lodge where I am staying. So let me confess to you. Lol, I met this guy online. He's a Zimbabwean guy, but he's working in South Africa. The accent, the confidence. Even when I started speaking with him, I told myself that finally I have arrived. This is the guy that I am supposed to get married to. And by the way, I am a virgin, and I had told myself that this one, he is worth it. He must break my virginity, because it seemed as if he was someone that was wealthy. Guys, do not lie. If you are a broke guy, do not lie that you have money, because us as ladies, we will be having high expectations, but the day that we'll meet you, we'll just run away from you. If he had told me the truth, it would have been better. I'll know that this guy is just a poor guy. And as for his voice notes, every time when he would call me, he would be like, Marane, don't worry baby, I am sorted. So we talked for months. He would send me pictures wearing nice clothes, and I thought that he's a rich blesser, this guy. There were some pictures that he took when he was at OR Tambo, close to a private jet. And what I thought at that time was that he was really rich. Later on, I discovered that this guy, he works in the construction industry. So they had gone to do some maintenance at that airport. And he sometimes work at a farm there in Cape Town. He wanted me to go and work on a farm in Cape Town. So we kept on talking. He would send me some videos, him driving a Fortuner, sometimes a latest Range Rover, and even a Ford Ranger, and a lot of cars like your GD6. You'll be telling me that these are just my errand cars. I really do not drive them much. And this was so amazing. Whenever I would send those little videos to my friend, they'll be like, wow, this guy is so rich. So we finally agreed to meet. He told me that he will be flying from Johannesburg, flying to Harare. So the plan was that I would go and I would pick him at the airport. We go to my house, the introduction with the family, and then we drive to South Africa and we go to Cape Town and we live happily ever after. Hey, Brother Nashim, I never knew that this guy was a liar. So I then went into town with my cousin sister. My friends, they knew about it. So the way that my friends were laughing at me, that is the reason as to why I ended up running away from this guy. And to even think that my mom, she helped me to pack. My mom was so excited that her daughter was going to get married to a man that has money. The guy had sent me some money to get my nails done, my wig secured, and I was so confident. I even told myself that I am going to be a future Madam Capetown. I will be vlogging, showing people how rich my husband is, just enjoying life. Guys, the shock, you have no idea. We waited for the guy in town. I never expected that this was the love of my life that pulled up close to where we were. If I had thought about it, and if I had known in advance that he was driving this wheelbarrow, I would have ran away from him. So this man, he arrived in a Nissan 1400, a Nissan 1400. I froze. This car looked like it even was used in the liberation struggle. It is an old car. The paint was even confused. One door sounded like it would fall at any moment. As for the engine, I do not want to say a lot. Before we even left the CBD going to our place, the engine was overheating already. The guy had started teaching us mechanics. Since I was with my sister, I then told my sister that she can sit in front. I was already angry by then because of what I was looking at. So I was sitting at the back of that little wheelbarrow, and I was regretting because people, they were looking at us. They would see the South African number plate, and people, it was as if they were laughing at us. I wanted to run immediately, but I wanted money from this guy because he had a lot of money. So my mom told me to calm down. She told me that it is okay. Maybe he was just testing me since he was a rich man. Maybe he just wanted to see if I was after his money. So I agreed, and he wanted to sleep with me, and I refused, and I said, no, I don't want to sleep with this guy. Before I would have known that he is money, to just give away my virginity just like that for this guy that owns a wheelbarrow of a car. No, I want to see where he stays, if he really has money first. So I said to him, please treat me as someone that is special. At least take me on a vacation. When we are on a vacation, then you and I, we can just enjoy. But I really wanted to run away from him. We then started planning, me and my friends, and they told me that since he had already helped me to get a passport and he had money, I was supposed to run away from him before we would have crossed over into South Africa, and I said it was fine. So we then left Harare as we were headed for South Africa. I wanted to run away from him when we were in a small town of Chivu before Masvingo, because I had this other friend that was staying there. And when we were in Chivu, my friend, I could not get hold of her. So that was why I ended up running away from the guy in Masvingo. But before we had even reached Chivu, that was when we had a breakdown. I thought that the car was on fire. I screamed because I saw steam, smoke, and he was like, no, do not worry, my love. And by then, Brother Nashi, I already knew what a radiator is. You can tell your followers that I am a mechanic right now. They can bring their vehicles and I fix them. I can fix their cars for them. This guy, he was already teaching me mechanics. I know what a radiator is. I know where to put water, how to put water without the boiling water hurting you. He taught me everything. And each and every time that made me to be angry, his Marane, always, Marane, these cars, it just need water in the radiator. So we waited for 30 minutes, and that is what used to make me angry. Whenever that little wheelbarrow of his will get stuck, we had to wait for it to return back from the land of the dead for about 30 minutes. Then he will start the vehicle. So I started counting in my head. You see, this car, even when it is not having a breakdown, when it is moving, you can even tell the guy that, just stop and drop me here, I'll follow you, because it was moving so slow like a tortoise. So I started calculating and I said, Harare to Masvingo to Beitbridge to Cape Town. We are going to reach Beitbridge in January, Cape Town maybe by December. And on the road, this guy, he was overconfident, pretending to be, he's from South Africa. He was just, saying a lot of bad stuff about Zim. Hey, Marane, in South Africa, we don't stress like this. Hey, Marane, the streets in South Africa, they don't have potholes. Hey, Marane, this. Hey, Marane, that. I was tired of this guy. In my heart, I was like, say, this is Zim, and your car, it belongs in a museum. Can't you see that other guys, they are driving big cars while you are busy pushing your wheelbarrow? The second breakdown, same story. And as for that little car, when it would have returned back from the land of the dead, to start it, it is another story. It will be like trying to start that car. The car will never start at once. It will refuse, and you will keep on forcing it. And people would be watching us, and there were even people that would be laughing at us. And as for this vehicle, I don't know if it knew how to embarrass its owner, because in the highway, you will never experience any problem. If you are at a place, maybe there is a stop sign or where there are people, then it will break down. It won't start. It will start to overheat. And another breakdown, the fourth, the fifth. By the time that we reached Masvingo town, I was done with this guy. Then it happened. It was the final straw, or the final nail in the coffin. We stopped near this other fuel safe station. I don't know what he wanted. He wanted to pour fuel. He wanted water. He wanted to rest. I don't even know anymore. By then, I really did not care. We tried to start the car again. That same sound. And there was even one guy who came to us, and he was like, he meant, where are you going with this little car? My boyfriend proudly said, this one, it is going to take us to Cape Town. That guy started walking away, but I saw that he was biting his teeth because he did not want us to see that he was laughing. And then I kept on thinking about this guy, the interior of that vehicle, no radio. It looked like Cecil John Rhodes even drove that little car. I thought about my future, and I said, there is no way that this guy will ever be able to take good care of me. With this vehicle, no ways. When he went to fetch water, that was when my survival instincts kicked in. I said, girl, once you cross into South Africa, you are done. This guy, he will do whatever that he wants. You will become his wife for real. Now you are not yet his wife. You know Zim, it is your country. You can run away from him. But when you cross into South Africa, you are done. You are going with him to Cape Town. When he had gone to fetch water, I did something that I never thought that I'll end up doing. I took his phone. I took his wallet, but I left some money for him. And then I got out of the car. Even the sound of that door, as if it wanted to fall down, told me that you have to run away. And I walked, then I jogged, and I ran so fast straight into the CBD. I booked a room at a small lodge. I paid really fast. I really did not even care about anything. I just wanted them to give me the keys. And I went into the room and I closed the door, locked it, sat on the bed. Then I laughed. I laughed until I started crying. I called my mom and we laughed together. Imagine if I had stayed with this guy. The car was now even worse, breaking down now and then, reaching Cape Town. I don't know how many years it was going to take us. So I am here in Masvingo, and after Christmas I'm going back to Harare. I'm still in the market looking for a husband. I have not yet stopped looking for a husband, but I'm at peace with the decisions that I made. As for the money that I took from him, it is for my time that he wasted. Maybe I could have gotten a man that is much more capable of taking care of me, but he made me to wait for him, and he was lying that he is wealthy when he is just broke. And when you date a broke guy, you end up being a mechanic. Lol, I now know how a radiator works and what is the purpose of a radiator on a car and why it is positioned in front of the car. And this guy, when I ran away from him, I just blocked him on WhatsApp, everywhere where I used to communicate with him. And if you are a Zimbabwean guy in South Africa pretending to be rich, at least buy a car that is much more modern, not an ancestor of a vehicle like a Nissan 1400. People will laugh at you. And as for that sound, I can't get it out of my head. And whenever I think about that sound, like I keep on laughing at myself until I can even start crying. So this is my own story. That was almost my marriage. You can just imagine if I had gone to South Africa, a husband with a car like that. No, I have my own standards, and he failed to meet my expectations, because from the word go, he told me that he was wealthy, and I expected a wealthy guy to drive a modern vehicle, not a car that was driven by your Cecil John Rhodes. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. That is your own secret and confession. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. If you have any confession that you wish to share with us, please do not hesitate to come to our inbox and then you share with us your own side of the story.